Okay, hello coers. So I'm gonna be watching their conceptual performance film for ACAI. Don't mind me if I look a little crazy, like I always say. Like I'm watching something else later that happens to be why I'm dressed up a little bit. But yeah, so we are gonna go ahead and watch. I am excited to see like what if it ends up being a little bit similar or like what differs from the actual MV as always. But yeah, we're just going to watch. I like how like it's very gritty with the camera work, the camera like quality. Oh, they did it night. Oh, not this, and then they did like the. Oh. Hey. Oh, are they in like the basement now? Hey. Not him doing like actual like stomach like motion like I'm hungry. That and also like the choking part. Hey, come on. Oh yeah, they're definitely in like the basement and like the whole like the workers like area like of the hotel because it's your golf carts. Hey. Now they're in the. You know what? Hey, hey! I have a theory of wait till the end though. I like how like when like it kind of flows to the stomach when they do that part. Basically like representing how like when you eat it obviously goes down like to your stomach. Hey, hey, the zoom in part there is cool. Oh. That sounded a little bit like a Yoshi, like, you know when Yoshi like sticks out his tongue? There's a part there that sounded like it. Oh. Okay, we're ending off with Juhoon and the CORTIS logo. Oh, he's the only one left standing. I like how it like lingers a little bit like that. You're like, oh. Okay, the theory that I was thinking when I thought of it all of a sudden, there are parts where like, well, the main of the video is taking place at night, but then you do see it transition to like the day here and there. And you know how they're talking about like how they pull all-nighters? So I'm just like, what if that's like the whole concept of like this is supposed to have happened the day, like the night before, or like the whole night before we watched the NV, essentially, you know? So that's why like everything is going, everything's like kind of crazy and like so like out of like everywhere, and you know, until they actually get either sit down for like the breakfast or like the snack that is the acai bowl at the end of the MV. So here it's like again they're doing like the all-nighter, like kind of going again crazy from sleep deprivation or like, you know, just lack of sleep, right? So they're kind of just, you know, having fun, you know, burning out the energy and like just, you know, being crazy essentially. And then, you know, it ends off like, again, it still looks like it's like nighttime, or it might be like becoming like the early morning hours. So then again, that leads up to how we get to the actual MV. But I do like that, of course, that the MV, you could definitely tell like it's like the production and like the quality of like the like video, like the video itself is a lot clearer, where here it's like very much like a little bit more gritty, a little bit more like that kind of like that you know, like when you put it like watch like a VHS movie, kind of like that, where it's like very like old kind of style of from like cinematography or like film. So I'm like, it could also be, you know, that that like again representing like that like haziness where you're kind of like in and out of it when you're like like I said, like half asleep, half awake, or kind of like lack of sleep time frame, and then like it gets clearer during the day for like the second, like the actual MV. And again, so that's what I was thinking. And then now it makes sense, like that whole like under, I wonder why they decided to do it like more on the underground like areas, or like the where like the staff essentially like works, because that whole thing, like there's like the staff like looking elevator, I think is what it was, from the hotel. And then you see the obviously where the golf carts are, like that's where they like the garage, I guess, essentially. And like I guess wherever they keep any extra stuff, either from the golf course or from the hotel in that one part. Like I'm curious like why they decided to do it more. Is it to give it more of that like edgier like feel? Like I'm curious, because obviously the hotel makes sense with if it, since they both kind of essentially relate to each other, because they are, the MV and the performance film are extensions of one another always, because they are like wearing the same outfits. They do film it like on the same day, I would say, and they do essentially like follow the same like vibe or follow the same concept essentially. So yeah, I am curious to see like what they decide to like drop, if they do one for this, which I'm sure they will, for the like cooking up series that they're doing for like all the MVs, and talking about like how they came up with choreo and stuff like that. And again, like the choreo, there are the obviously the moments where they talk about like rub their stomach, like again they're hungry, the like flowing of like them kind of like popping and locking a little bit there and representing it going down to their stomach, the like mixing of it all, because you mix an acai bowl, or like scooping up of it into the mouth, so there are moments there here and there that you can tell definitely are like what's it called, representing that whole like process of like when you eat acai, or an acai bowl. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it again obviously, because I always do watch it twice, just in case I like missed anything. But that's where I'm going with this. You see, like you start off at night, and then you go to the hotel. Yeah, and then the whole like genie part. Okay, they also do like that, like the whole thing of like you see what I mean, like that. Yeah, and they reach for like their neck when they say like they're choking on it. That shot is cool. How they use like the doorway, or like the whole, like how small the hallway is. Oh. Yeah, because this is like I said, there's no mess essentially, like, and then in the MV we actually see like everything scattered everywhere. Also, like the quality of this, you could say that it is like what we see on the screen of them performing it in the MV too. So you see what I mean? It looks like it's very much like it's night, and then like going into like the early hours of the day here and there. I wonder if it ends with Joohoon, because like in the MV it also ends with like Joohoon pointing out the donkey like sitting at the table, Like Again, yeah, that's pretty much like that's where I'm going with with my theory of explaining how how the performance film and the MV go together. But yeah, I am really excited to see like them explain a little bit more like what their like thought process was and like how it got made essentially, but and obviously the behind the scenes for it. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video and I shall see you in the next one.